Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. How are you? Pretty sure I have all my settings set. Hi to you, Moxie Studio. Good morning. I'm Deb. Very crazy here today. Oh. Normally I try not to play with my hair, but my goodness. And one of the leaders is also on our YouTube saying good morning. Oh, it's Skyle. Hi, Skyle. That must be your professional account. Hi. How's everyone checking in? Amy's here saying hi. Hi, Cindy. Bill says, oops, I forgot to change to my personal account. Oh, welcome. On both accounts. Set my stage here. I can show you these quick. These are from my herb collection and my favorite chocolate scented flowers. Miss M saying hi, hugs and friends. So here we are. My name is Deb, and we are live on YouTube now. We are Mandala Universes, and we started this account just over 5 years ago as a collective of people that meet every day at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. For me in Portland, Oregon, many of us, and we draw mandalas. Find our way to the page and find our inner weather. There's mermaid in there somewhere. And mostly we keep some kind of a journal, and sometimes I think it's pages inside the journal or pages drawn elsewhere and inside the journal. But we circle up and we circle on our journal and put whatever comes through for that half hour inside it. Amy saying hi, Miss M. So I have a reading for you as we come together. This is a book that was written by Matthew McConaughey called Green Light, and it is a story of sorts of his life. And he writes in here how he's kept a journal in his years, and so this looks at his life before he hit the Hollywood actor circuit and after. And the chapter here is The Art of Running Downhill. The intellect. It is not meant to surpass the apparent so far as to conceal it or make it more confusing. It is meant to expose the truth more clearly and reveal more of the obvious for more lines of sight. It should simplify things, not make them more cerebral. So I'll post that in one place or another. Hopefully later today. Let's do some grounding. So as we come together today, find a comfortable place to situate yourself, whether you're standing or seated, or lying down, or walking the dog. Oftentimes that takes me to a place if I'm just imagining I'm walking along with my dog at my side. So as you come into your breath today, begin to roll with the cadence that is all your own. To gather the breath and let it rise and fall. Each building on the next. And just taking your time to recognize that wave. Building the breath deeper, slower, more consistent. And removing any sort of pause. Just one breath into the next as you drop into your body, into your feet and your hands. A deep and slow, steady breath that comes with the slow down. And as you're ready, or maybe if you're not, letting your eyes open and bring yourself to the page. So I am here on my last 2 pages of my journal, which makes me both excited and sad because I tend to tuck them away in a bookshelf upstairs in my attic, and I don't want them to be forgotten, so I've tried to pull them down a little bit and have 2 to look through as I draw. Sometimes pausing on one and finding things that I didn't realize were there before. So today is the 20th. Anemone 20. So we were at the Oregon coast last week for about 4 days. And I don't think I can share a video, but maybe I'll put it on, with my post of the reading. And if you'd like to share your circle with us, you can just tag us at our Mandala Universes, and the leaders will come in and add it to our stories. We've also found a way to post them within this feed, and I think that comes from you.
Are you going to be at the warehouse today?
And Susanna, greetings from Kenya. I feel so down today. My mom is sick. I feel so scared. Oh, Susanna.
Did you send them to me? Any of them to me yet?
You're just filling and filling space for you today. gathering our circle and bringing you around. All of your spaces today. Filling it with love. And Pamela's saying, sending you so much love, Susanna. Really scary. Miss M is passing hugs to you, Susanna, and health to you.
Sales. It was doing okay, and then I don't know what happened. I was going pretty often to get wine, and then
And Susanna, Amy's sending to you, happy you're here. I'm sorry to hear your mom is sick and sending you love. So we headed to the Oregon coast, to the beach last week. My daughter had been gone for about a week there with friends and family, and so we got to see her after not seeing her in our world for a whole 7 days, and happy family, 2 people in the water surfing, and me sitting on the beach and watching all of it. We stayed somewhere where we've stayed before, but the tide was very high and fast, and the rip tide was really pulling. At one point, Marley was pulled way over to the rocks, and it's strange, but I wasn't scared. I knew she knew what to do, and I saw my husband kind of directing her a little bit, and before you know it, she was out of that really strong current, which I think is great. She knew exactly what to do. Has known exactly what to do a long time. She's a teenager now, but preteen is out there in the waves. So it was fun to watch all of that. We had one day of really heavy, misty rain, and that was really okay. We were all pretty tired and just went out, got soaking wet, and came back in, dried off, and it was reprieve from the heat here in Portland, so that felt good too. And there was a shelf, a sandbar, and then just a shelf of carved out beach, and so you could stand on the shelf and you would see these huge waves, but they were breaking before they got to you, and it was pretty crazy because things looked closer than they actually were. When I looked through the pictures, I could tell that the waves had set a stage for us. It's nice. Watching up on comments. Elaine sending hugs to you, Susanna, for your mom. Susanna saying, thank you, my sisters. I feel your warmth. And Skyle says, hi, Susanna. It's so scary. Prayers and love to you both. Kathy. Kathy just opened her watercolors and found a dead bug in the box. Had been painting probably all night. Amy said, just as you said misty rain, I felt a breeze with a bit of mist in it. Oh, that's funny. Sending it your way. Yeah, we'll be at the beach again this weekend with my mother-in-law, and my family will be back just beyond the break, which sounds fun to watch for a while, but this time I'll have my dog with me, so I can play with her. They're out. The water's cold here in Oregon, really cold. So it's necessary to wear a wetsuit. Kyle says I'll take an iced coffee too. Goodness, I missed something here. I think you were saying hi to Miss M. Are you making iced coffees, Miss M? Miss M, I'm using my Miss M watercolors. Praying metallic watercolors, which I love, 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 love. I seem to be less stingy with this one. I really go for it. I don't know why that is. My other watercolor sets are very small. Maybe that's it. This is the biggest one. I have one set that I bought at IKEA for my daughter, and I think it was just a closeout thing because they've never had it again. It's really cool, metallic, but very sheer. And this is more pigmented, but very sticky. I don't know how to keep it from sticking to the opposite page. Seems like eventually it sticks anyway. Let it dry out and it sticks again. That is an iced coffee. Creating, it's here in my kitchen next door. ask earlier, but you have a check-in, check-out oath. You want to share it, you can share it in the comments. And I was checking in anxious, which is sort of my MO lately. But feeling better now. The consistency of this practice is really good for me. I don't always get to draw, but I find other places at work that I can doodle, which I guess is drawing. And I'm getting a little more comfortable painting, so that's fun. I don't know why I'm so resistant to it, but I laughed when Kathy said the other day that she hadn't had her colored pencils out for a while, and I haven't either. I keep taking them along, planning to draw from work on my break or whatever, and I end up not drawing at all, I guess, in my painting era. No? Kathy says the path goes both ways. Well said, my friend. So I thought I'd, again, repeat the reading. It's a great book if you're looking for something like that. That's a collection of someone's experience writing and journaling. I don't agree with everything he represents, but I do like his acting, and I just loved this book. Some of it is because my family, my entire family is from Texas, and only as my parents eloped and took off west did they live outside of Texas and Colorado, but everyone else, other than one of my uncles, who went to Bahrain and lived there for a long time, lived in Texas. So I spent a lot of time there as a kid. And a lot of the things he mentions in the book remind me of things that I did when I would visit family there. So again, this is called Green Lights. It's by Matthew McConaughey. And this chapter is The Art of Running Downhill. The intellect. It is not meant to surpass the apparent so far as to conceal it or make it more confusing. It is meant to expose the truth more clearly and reveal more of the obvious from more lines of sight. It should simplify things, not make them more cerebral. And here we are at 8:27. Catching up. Elaine says, I'm willing to be brave with my caregiving challenge today. Thinking of you, Elaine. Sending the bravest thoughts. Amy's saying Wednesday is my word today. Sim says, thanks for the reading again. Cheryl's here. Good morning. Hi, Cheryl. Sim saying, reveal the obvious. And saying hi to you, Cheryl. Kathy's saying, Elaine, sending love and hugs, facing our own caregiving challenges here. And Cheryl saying hi, you miss him. Yeah, the caregiving thing. It's really not easy. But when I was in that role with my own dad for, let's see, 12 years. I realize now that he's passed, what an honor it was to have that part of him and us. Cheryl's saying, hi to you, miss him. And Pamela's saying, Whimsy is my trail name, Amy. How cute. I love it, a trail name. Cheryl's sending hugs, love, and well-being. Pamela's saying the magical land is present. And then Miss Sim says, I'm in the middle too. The middle. Elaine's saying, my patient will be very angry and agitated with me, blah. Oh yeah, girl, hang on. That definitely is a tough, hard place to be. So sending all of you the biggest part of calm and collection, grateful, centered, strong, all the things. I don't know what this is, if anything. I'm hoping it's a comet. I don't think there are comets coming through, but maybe there are.
Yeah.
So here at 8:30, I'm going to bid you adieu. All of you, deepest part of my heart. See you next week.